Obviously. One second. So I find you on Facebook, no trouble.
Okay.
As your personal page. There's a couple, just so you know, there's a couple of links that throw people off because the ego production is a dead link. It doesn't. It's a page name, but it's not a page.
Weird.
And then there's another page here, the Wellness Institute, which again is a dead link. So
No way.
get rid of those. But then I get to the business page, which is this one. And then when I go to, so I read a little bit about it, but when I go to click on the website, you say it's HTTP and not S now. Typically, that doesn't make a big difference. But
So
I've tried.
have the S.
Yes.
So the S is what's missing.
Yes. Yeah. You can't just add it. It has to. It means that the website's on a more secure server. But I've tried. I said this side is fine because you can see that it's got the S up in the toolbox there. But I've tried it in several different times, and it's just saying not secure, and it just won't let me open it. So you'd have to tell me all about it for now. And the other thing that would be smart to do too, on your LinkedIn, one of the things we teach is, let's back up again, is it says that you work there.
Say owner.
Yeah, CEO. But what we should do is actually create a business page for the Institute itself, because all of there is just those 2 paragraphs. Whereas typically when it's an organization and it's something of substance, by creating a business page itself, then LinkedIn's all about not leaving LinkedIn. And if we were able to create a business page and actually have all of the pretty much the same content that you have on the website on LinkedIn, and it gives a lot more people, LinkedIn prefers that because it gives a lot more people to learn about it without, as I say, leaving the website. And also, you have other people who are associated with the company. They can put that as their employer as well, and then it gives you scale to be able to show people what the Institute is.
Well, thanks for pointing all this out. I had no idea. You're the first
Most people don't.
ever said that.
Well, this is what I do. So,
those are big things. I mean,
you're welcome.
here you are showing interest and not being able to find it.
Well, that's. I mean, I had tried a while back, and I gave up. And I thought when we met again, I went, I have to learn. That's why I thought it'd be great to do a call and just hear firsthand. Yeah.
Thank you. Well, how about just typing it into the browser, www.costaricawellnessinstitute.com.
Let me see if I can try it on a different way.
It'll
work
because I do that sometimes if I'm on someone else's computer.
Okay. And if your computer deems it as saved, let me just try it. Didn't Costa Rica Wellness Institute, right?
.com, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've always had it come up that way.
Oh, you know what?
It came up.
Well, you have a HTTPS as well. You just need to change those links. That's all you need to do.
I just need to go on my Facebook page and change the link.
That's all you need to do. So I didn't. I should have tried that. I was just looking yesterday. No, I got it now.
So
okay.
Really, so my webmaster had some fat fingers, and someone did, and that S got dropped out when I.
Well, it's probably new. It's because the S only came in the last 8-9 months, something like that. Typically, a lot of businesses just upgraded to S. It used to only be if you had an online shopping cart and that kind of thing that you needed it, but now Google prefers it for every site. So, okay, now I'm getting it. Oh, man, sorry. I could have done a lot more reading before the call if I'd have done a bit more diligence.
That's fine. That's fine. It's, it shouldn't have been so difficult for you to get there if I had had that right code in.
It's okay.
It's okay. Yeah, there's a really great 2-minute video where I do my immersion week class embedded in that video.
Oh, okay. I just found it on your YouTube channel as well. Can I just watch that while we're on?
Please, yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I know.
Oh, look at those hills.
So beautiful there.
So is this your property?
No, it's a friend of mine's, and it's his boutique, hotel. There's like 27 rooms, and they just did a major, like, $10 million upgrade 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
The property is really nice now. It was great before, but they brought it forward, and super great job. Nice people. It's the energy just being there. It's one of the blue zones, where people have the longest longevity in the world, over 100 years, a greater percentage than any other place.
Mm-hmm.
But the immersion week is, it's all about rejuvenation, discovery, design, and then implementation of the life that you really want to live. That one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So who did all the drone footage?
That was given to me by some friends, and then I edited it
Mm-hmm.
for this video, and
Stunning, just stunning. The infinity pool and everything is just wow.
yeah. And then I just took some photos and embedded them in there and faded them so they looked,
Yeah, it all blends. Yeah. And turtles and the baby turtle. Oh my.
I know. That's my favorite part. The mama turtles coming ashore is amazing to witness. It's a feat of nature. But my favorite day is when the babies are born and they're scurrying in the ocean.
Straight down the beach before all the birds get them.
Yeah, or the dogs, or, it can be carnage out there.
Yeah.
But it's, I just love it. The nature, I resonate with it. I've been a surfer my whole life.
Okay.
I'm 58. I've been surfing for 50 years. And my love of the ocean is just my passion. So,
well, it's working for you.
It is, right?
My son-in-law is a surfer too, and he just was in a contest in France. I'd never heard of the town, but they have very famous contest every year, and it was just one of those names I'd never heard of. Begins with a B. Right?
Oscar?
Yes.
Oscar.
Yes. It was just there last week.
He's a pro?
No. He works on a private super yacht. That's how my daughter and he, well, you saw the wedding picture.
Yeah.
So that's why the wedding was in France, because they live and work in Europe.
Uh-huh.
But his downtime pretty much is always on a board somewhere if he can. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah. It's so great to travel. What an education, right?
Yes. Yeah, they love it. So how is business?
I'm in this big transition. I'm ramping up. Really, I'm kind of launching in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
I've done 3 retreats, kind of just word of mouth, and they were all pre-SASE, or actually one happened right around the time when I first started, but I didn't have, my materials together. Or I didn't have the distinction UBS. My speak to sell talk wasn't done,
Yeah.
So I was just testing the waters and that kind of low-hanging fruit, see how it flies. And I've been a geologist for 35 years.
I read that on your LinkedIn. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just, it's been a total wild cyclical ride and up and down. And, I'm just, the last 5 or 6 years, I've really been over it. And I'm, want to be part of the solution and not the problem. And I'm grateful. It's kind of the goose that laid the golden egg.
Yes.
And now it's just clearly part of the problem. And so I'm letting myself out. And that's not easy, but I'm almost there.
Yes.
And so I can have my full concentration and focus on my Costa Rica Wellness Institute. And so I'm just now, I'm building it, in flight, right?
Yes.
So the immersion is ready. And then I have a upsell implementation mastermind that's a year-long program where we implement, in collaboration and provide that support and structure of the practical plan that came out of the immersion week. And then I'm getting ready to do a Zoom kind of indoctrination, an entry-level course that goes on my, into my deep dish.
Yeah.
Teach that, and then as a, I don't know, $1,000 to $2,000 price thing. I'm not there yet, but here in the next few weeks, I want to get that thing up.
Yes. That's exactly what I did.
Is that what you did? That was your course?
Well, yes, kind of. I kind of was a bit bold, and I just went straight from no course at all to a $15,000 course.
Oh, nice.
Which has three components. It had a 2,000, a 3,000 course, which were built into it. But the first time around I did it, it was all one big one.
Right.
But I was fortunate to be, I guess, mature enough in business to have a reputation already. Yeah. And we're very, very fortunate in Canada is that the government actually put quite a lot of money towards training.
Right.
So out of my $15,000 program, I was able to get people $10,000 training grants to join.
Oh, wow.
So they had to find 5. So when you
that.
it's all what Lisa says, I helped them find the money.
Yeah, right.
So I did. So in some ways it sounds cool that I sold $10,000, $15,000 packages straight out of a webinar, which effectively I did, but I also helped them find $10,000 of funding to be able to do that too. But that was the creative piece. But yeah, and then what I did after that 26-week course, which was way too long, I totally over-delivered, was I realized that I had a 5-step system for social media, which was standalone, which I now call the Social Media Bootcamp.
Right.
And then most of the course was teaching people how to create content that converts. Right. So through the website blog, through video, through LinkedIn itself and Pinterest.
Right.
So we then created a 10-week course just around creating content that converts. It's now called Core Content. So what I do now is Core Content. So now when someone goes VIP, they can join in for 15 and get everything. But I've also been able to segment the Social Media Bootcamp and the Core Content as 2 separate courses.
Got it.
So the one that Lisa was referring to right now, I have 50 or so people in that course, but they just joined for that. And it was a price point of $9.97 if they did the fast action thing. But that was terrific. And I've had 5 people trade up to Core Content already. I got two more on the fence. One definitely will come. The other one I don't think will come this time. And then I also have my VIPs, which are more cyclical now. I don't have a launch per se. They just join when they join. And I run these courses 2 to 3 times a year anyway, so they just get automatic access to the training.
Nice.
So I've got this ubiquitous training program that has just evolved out of Sassy that I never had.
So sweet, right?
Yeah.
It was there all along. And
yeah.
But yeah, what a great coach she is. It's we're so fortunate to be working with her.
Yes. So which group are you in?
Yeah, I'm in small group 11. So I'm just at the entry level.
Yeah.
I did have I paid for with 3 other people and had a private with her.
Oh, that's right. Just before this event.
Yeah, and that was really nice to work with her. And,
yes.
I want to do more of that. I'd really like to go and spend a half a day or a day with her alone and just go through my speak to sell talk and see what falls out of that. Have her up level it for me.
Yes. Yeah, Debbie did that. Debbie and my wife, did that at the beginning of the year. Because I've just renewed into my 4th year of Sassy now.
Oh, wow.
And just at the Platinum Elite tier, although I did go on into what they call the Advanced tier, which is it's a little bit more money. It's $3,000 more, but it just puts you in a group of people who have already got an established business and have different issues than the first year issues, if you like. So that's been good. And part of that means that you can also bring a partner to a retreat for $9.97. So that's you probably met. Did you go to the retreat in Dallas?
Yeah, I was there. I started at the Speak to Sell in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
I think you were missing. You weren't there.
No, but one of our team was Lindsay. She was with us again this time, but she just went to the retreat on my behalf because obviously I thought I was getting married, so we couldn't be there. So yeah, but that's a good advantage of it. But Debbie and I did what Lisa calls an A90, which she probably might have sold at that retreat as well, where you can just get technically 90 days access to Lisa. It's about $18,000. And I bought it because everybody keeps talking about all my pins. The only pin I don't possess is the EPS pin, the 3-day event. And I went, well, I just haven't had time to do one. So I thought I should invest in Lisa and just work out exactly what my 3-day event should look like. and that'll be worth it just to fast track it. So I bought it, and within about 10 minutes of our first call on the phone, she said to me, "You don't need an EPS." You know, I would tell everybody else in this room how to do an APS except you, because the real purpose of an EPS is to sell high ticket into a mastermind program. And there you, you're selling high ticket already. You don't need one. So forget the energy of trying to fill a room and all the logistics. Just come up with a different program, which is actually higher ticket. Because we have a program where some people come to us and they know exactly what they want. They have no time or desire to actually create it.
Right.
So it's almost like a white glove branding, website, social media strategy, blog writing, video creation, all in one. And we do that. Right. And so her and I put together a fourth program in my tier, which is what we call VIP Platinum, right. which is literally a white glove everything. And so we used our time to create that instead of an EPS. But for you, EPS is exactly that week-long retreat is it's going to be genius for that.
That's my opportunity to upsell into my implementation mastermind, the year-long program.
Absolutely. That's an absolute perfect segue. Yeah.
Yeah.
And when they come to Costa Rica and they see that video and the surroundings, I mean, gosh.
The quality of life is just amazing. And what happened, the insights, and then plus my work, going through it all. It's very integrated body, mind, soul approach, and lots of distinctions. My background initially was with landmark education.
Okay. Yes.
We're both the Lisas are grounded in that.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
It's really where they've got really their core principles, personal opinion. Mm-hmm. And when I first heard her speak to sell video before I registered to go to Fort Lauderdale,
yes,
within 5 minutes, just by listening to her and watching her video, I knew, and I just felt home. I was like, wow, I really love the way she's approaching this and how she's talking, and I just was I was drawn into it.
Yeah, well, she is the queen of sales conversion, right?
And she has everything going for her. I mean, she's very, very bright. Yeah.
Yeah. I've never been involved in anything this long. And the fact is I keep coming back for more because although I could probably teach most of what she teaches,
of course,
her learning style just totally resonates with me. And to just watch her stagecraft, I would do things differently, but the way she does it, I just feed on that every time.
Yeah. As long as someone keeps elevating you and your business is prospering, it's a good idea to hang around.
Oh, plus for Debbie and I were saying, it's almost like a family reunion for us now because we know so many people so well.
Yeah.
And then each retreat I get to know a couple more people, like you, and then Debbie Sardone. Debbie and I had dinner with her on the Saturday night. Fantastic woman. And had no idea really just how much she did. She had 3 other companies that I didn't even know existed. And
she's the woman in Dallas who the clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She has her own factory where she makes all of her own products, packages them, and distributes them. Didn't even know. Her husband's a retired policeman, and he runs that.
And it's all ecological and no pesticides and so on and so forth. Good for the environment. Yeah, I mean, that's what happens. I mean, that's the kind of a natural progression of what she was doing.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. And then
it's like getting on the front.
Yeah, the charity component is awesome. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's great. That's great. So, what are your hurdles right now?
So right now it's just persevering and transitioning out of my oil and gas career. That's the main thing. It's a distraction because it's responsibility and it takes attention and focus and time, and it keeps me from having this be 100% focus.
Yes. Yeah.
That's the thing. That's it. And I'm good at managing and juggling it, but nevertheless, it still takes energy away.
I know. I actually worked for Esso for 8 years and then Total for 7.
Oh, wow. So you were in the oil and gas sector with them, or?
More upstream. So I worked out of retail and the refinery and the lubricant and the head office. And then my last role was running a company on gas stations.
Oh, wow.
So I ran 23 company-owned gas stations between London Heathrow and London Gatwick. And I left in late 1999 after they'd merged with Fina and then they merged with Elf. And it was just wasn't the company I joined. And that's how I came to Canada, because I was done. And I got 17 years salary as a layoff package. So that facilitated.
Awesome.
Yes. They didn't think they had to pay me that much, but anyway, they did. And because they bought out a company that I used to work for, and I got tenure with that buyout deal that somehow they hadn't recognized. But I managed to prove that that was part of the deal. So I don't think they'd have offered me a layoff package if they'd have known that. Anyway, too bad.
Too bad.
That's how we got to Canada as a family in 2002. So.
Wow, congratulations.
Yes, I know that world quite well. Not so much in the exploration piece, although I knew some people who are very much involved in the North Sea.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's a great business, but it's horrible. It's dangerous, risky, expensive, and dirty.
Yes.
And then the bridge to a less hydrocarbon dependent society.
Yes. Yeah. And I do like how they're investing a lot more in solar and wind and so on at the same time. But yeah, there's still a big, I mean, even coal, I mean, there's still getting a revival. I mean, that's just scary.
I know, they keep improving the technology. It's less dirty now, but it's still dirty. It's still the example of what not to do.
I know. In fact, that Australian fellow, Jody, who joined, he is actually a coal miner still.
No.
In Western Australia, and he does 10 days on and then a week out or 2 weeks out and then goes back in again. That's his job still.
That's got to be so difficult mentally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's gone through the whole Landmark thing, and he's gone through the whole Tony Robbins thing, and the guy is super educated.
Yeah.
And now he's going through the Lisa thing because he wants to get out and be that full-time coach, and he knows about just how much stress that people are under, especially in his sector. And he was telling me that where they live in Airlie Beach, which small world because that's where our daughter lived, they had a cyclone go through last year, which devastated the whole town. I mean, literally devastated it. And he spent weeks as a sort of like a drop-in counselor helping people just cope with the fact that they had nothing left. I mean, literally the marina, the hotels, everything had gone. And that's what he was telling me really made him think, yeah, I have to do this for a living. I have to do this as my vocation. Yeah. And that's why he came to Lisa's event, just to see how she did it. And he went, that's it. I got it. She gets it. I'm in. So Debbie and I had dinner with him night before last. So it's so interesting to hear his story.
Now, so is he back in Australia now? Or?
They're here for another week. It's just so bizarre. I mean, I met the guy and he says he's from Australia. And when he told me the town, I went, Airlie Beach is like tiny.
Yeah, right.
And when I said to him,
is it in?
It's in the Whitsunday, so it's right on the Great Barrier Reef.
On the north.
Yes, sort of northeast coast. And he looked at me and went, do you know Airlie Beach? I went, yeah, you fly into Proserpine. He went, yeah. And I said, and you go to movies in Townsville? And he went, crap, you really do know Airlie Beach. I said, I've never been. But my wife has been, and my daughter lived there for 3.5 years at the university there. So that was just like so bizarre. And then he said, I'm staying with some friends in Redlands. And Debbie and I did a VIP day with 2 former Sassies in Redlands on Monday. I went, okay, this is just too bizarre. There's something going on here that I said, how about dinner Monday night? 'Cause I'm in Redlands. So we had a long dinner on Monday night. And it was great to meet them, get his wife as well, and get to know them. So
excellent.
Planet Sassy.
You never know. Yeah, what's going to fall out of it, right?
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't need me at all. He said, gosh, man, he said, if as and when I get out of coal mining, as and when I build a website, as and when I know I need to do some marketing, I'm calling you. But he said, I'm not even, and he said, hey, I'm not here to, I just wanted to meet you because we were so close. But yeah, no, it's great. I said, you can worry about it less. I'm not selling you anything. I want to just get to know you personally. So it was great. It was great. Yeah.
It's great. It is. Well, I feel the same way right now. I know that you're there, and it's good to know that you're there. And I do want to work with you as soon as I'm ready.
Oh God! I just want. I was embarrassed that I didn't know enough about Costa Rica, and
No.
reading afterwards. So,
Well, now that you can get on my website. I would really love to talk again maybe next week
Mhm.
and see what you think.
Absolutely, yeah. I'll do some deep diving on it now. Yeah, yeah.
And
When is the next retreat, by the way?
it's in Tucson. They're still in a holding pattern, I think, in January.
Oh no, sorry, I meant yours. Your week that you do?
Oh,
Sorry.
my next retreat.
Yes.
So I have December 1st to the 8th.
Oh, so it's coming up soon then.
Yeah. I have 2 people that signed up, and I did a private, and I did one with 3 and one with 10. And
Okay.
so hopefully going to get some more people in. But if you'd ever like to come down, just let me know. I would love to see you.
Gosh, funny enough, we have neighbors that we go on vacation with a lot. Debbie, they were our next door neighbors originally, and they moved, but Debbie and Wanda kept in touch, and they do a lot of trips together, and they there's a dance style called Zumba, and they Zumba probably 3 or 4 times a week together. So they're very good friends, and they just booked a cruise coming out of Chile, going all the way around the Cape, and then back up to Buenos Aires. And it's January 5th to the 20th approximately. So we agreed to go with them yesterday.
Excellent.
So I was actually looking on the map last night. I went, okay, I have to be in Tucson on the 24th. I'm going to be in Buenos Aires on the 20th. Doesn't make sense to fly all the way to Canada to come back down again. So I was actually thinking, I hadn't done my research yet, but I'm thinking, what would it be to fly from Buenos Aires to Chile and then, or sorry, not to Chile, to Costa Rica, and maybe say hi for a day and then carry into Tucson. I don't know. I just looked at that last night.
Play it by ear. But thank you for reaching out. It's so nice. I've got a conference call at 10.
Oh, okay. I better let you go. Yes,
No,
sorry.
Give my best to your wife and your family.
I will, and I'll go deep on this, and then I'll send you an email, and let's book another call, and I'll give you a good analysis of what I think you could be doing a little different.
Jonathan, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Change those links, though. Okay.
All the best.
Great to see you. Bye
You
for
too.
now. Bye.
Bye.